Hello, my name is Amber Westcott, and I'd like to give my commemorative speech on my husband, Jathan Jowers, and what an inspiration he is to not only me, but to so many others in our lives. To give you a little bit of background on my husband, after leaving high school, he was given a scholarship to go play football at a university. During his first year there, while going to school and playing football, his dad passed away, and he quit school and quit playing football, and he went straight to work so that he could take care of his mom and his brother. Um, After working for about a year or so, he decided he would like to go back to school. So he went back, took out some student loans, and went back and tried to go to school. And during that year, while he was in school, his mom was in a bad car accident. She's now disabled and not able to work. And so he quit school again and went back to work again in the oil field this time to continue to take care of his mom and brother, where he worked 80 plus hours a week. After doing a year of that, he went ahead and decided that he was going to try to get a job somewhere else. And he was able to obtain a job with Frito-Lay, where he was a sales and merchandiser representative. So he would build displays with the chips and fill the shelves and things like that. While I had met him, he was still doing this job. And shortly after, he decided that he would go ahead and move up to Germany with me. We had gotten married, and he moved up there and started school again and worked. And about 2 years after being there, it was time for me to decide whether or not I wanted to continue with the Air Force or if I was ready to separate. And we talked about it, and I decided to separate, and he supported me 110%, no questions asked. And he began looking for a job for himself and I for mine. And when we came back to Texas, we moved in with my mom for a few months before moving into our apartment right before buying our house. And he never complained, he never griped or anything. He just continued leading us and staying calm, and even through all the obstacles, as you can imagine, moving from another country and staying with family and moving to an apartment to move into a house. And there was a lot going on. He did start school again after moving back to Texas. He's almost finished. He only has a couple of semesters left. But through all of this, he's maintained an A average in school, and being that he's had stopped and started so many times, he had a lot of issues with getting into school. But he never quit. He never gave up. He did get frustrated, obviously, but he maintained and he pushed through it. He continues to have that A average, and he works 70 plus hours a week, at least, and then continues to take a full little classes every 8 weeks or so. So he's, he's just amazing. In doing all of this, he continues to take care of me and help with chores around the house, and he helps with our families. As I'm working and going to school, I can only imagine working that many hours. I work between 40 and 50 myself, and I go 3/4 time, so working 70 plus hours and going full-time to school, I can't imagine. In doing this, he still manages to find time for myself and our dogs and both of our families. He's always there to help anybody that needs it, whether it's, mowing lawns for one of our moms, or helping my sister move to Houston, or giving career advice to somebody. He's always there and always willing to help. As far as, being a manager, he's not just a manager, he's a leader and he's a teacher. And with those responsibilities, he takes them very seriously, and he mentors and he teaches, and you can tell it when he speaks with his coworkers or he speaks with, his subordinates. And in this position that he has now, he's a regional manager for his company. And when we moved to Texas, he was on the job for 6 months and outperformed so many of his coworkers that they promoted him to regional manager. And he manages South Texas, East Texas, and all of Louisiana. He has 14 or 15 people under him as of right now. And like I said, he gives them the tools that they need so that they can succeed not only in their jobs, but in their lives as well. make sure that they have that proper work-life balance. He's an amazing man. My husband is a huge, if not the largest part of my life. Without him there every day supporting me when I didn't think that I could do something or make it, he's been there to motivate me to be a better person than what I am and to continue to push me so that I can always do better. He's the reason that I am where I am today, and I keep pushing because of him. And thank you so much for listening.